I'm sorry if you saw that awkward moment. It's Christine Larissa here again with you for your Monday entertainment. We will not drop anything today, we hope. So we have 30 questions Canadian trivia coming your way right now.
Excellent. We're back, ladies and gents. Sorry for yesterday. It's a whole new world that it is today.
Yes, it's our new Monday. Tuesday's the new Monday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I hope you guys got to access the singer that I put on there for the link for YouTube, and as well as the hello, whoever just came on. I don't see who you are. If you want to comment in here to our trivia questions, that's what we're doing today is random Canadian trivia. We have 30 questions here for you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's YouTube link and the lyrics that went with the music, as well as I posted an activity worksheet in case, you know, you wanted to do something, print it off. Christy's just chilling back here, walking back and forth. Got a thing happening. All right, so we'll start. All right. Our first question is, which Canadian city is considered Hollywood North? Which Canadian city is considered Holiday North or Hollywood North?
That's a tricky one because it could be Vancouver, could be Toronto, maybe even Montreal. Those are all pretty big cities.
Mm-hmm. You got one of them in those.
We've narrowed it down, folks, to 3. 1 in 3.
It's one of those 3. Toronto, Vancouver, or whatever the other one said. So it's either Toronto or Vancouver at this point.
Or there was originally Montreal.
Or Montreal. So Toronto or Vancouver. Fancy pants today.
When you work here, ladies and gents, you only gotta dress decent from the waist up.
We can get close enough.
Oh, good. Yes, Karen.
Vancouver, awesome. Hi, Karen.
I was just debating whether I should call you or not. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
All right, Vancouver.
Good to see you too, Karen. I had fun with you yesterday. I told Christy I'm going to steal you back for my client. All right, Christy.
Oh, I get number 2?
Yes.
All right. How many points does the maple leaf have on the flag? On the maple leaf on the flag. How many points?
This one is tricky.
Oh, it is.
See, my guess would be 9.
Yeah.
But I don't draw maple leaves.
But she is wrong.
Oh,
Good
hi,
morning.
Louise.
Yeah, it's not good morning now. Look what we can do. As always, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. I'm sure you're looking good from home.
I'll ask the question again, just for you ladies and gents who came in. How many points does the maple leaf flag have on it?
My guess is
Trick
9.
question. Yep.
It is a trick question.
Ooh, you're closer with 12 than Larissa is with 9. So just try again. Do. Sorry, I'm all giddy because I realized you could see me when I was walking back and forth the whole time. That's how I spend most of my life, just circling. All right, the answer is 11. So you have the 3, the 3, the 3, but there's 1 on each corner at the bottom.
Oh, see, that's what would have got me.
Look-
Jammies, I wish. Jammies are the best. I love them.
Look, it's a rare occasion for me. I'm wearing jeans. Ooh.
Ooh.
Actually, they're like short jeggings.
But still, quick
Yeah.
for Christy. All right, number 3. Which city is home to North America's largest mall?
I know this one.
Me too. I've been there.
Oh, I haven't.
It is huge. There's so much going on in there. They actually have a fire-breathing dragon in there in a movie theater.
What?
They do. Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't know if it's gone now, but it was there when I was a kid.
There is, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who know me, I'm all about Christmas. There was a great Christmas movie filmed there.
Ooh,
And it
really?
had Patrick Swayze in it. And I can't remember what it's called, but I have it in my collection. I'll have to find out. It was a cute movie. And it was about the single dad. He goes to the mall with his kids, and there's one of his kids are at the wave pool and seeing Santa. It was a really cute movie. So good to know for later.
Yeah.
All right, where do you think it is? The world's largest mall in Canada.
And sorry if there's a lag again. We're not quite sure what your time limit is on us talking to where you see it. Sometimes if you refresh your page, it makes it a little quicker. What are we looking at?
I totally got busted being picky, like nosy at these people at the window.
We're always nosy about people at the window.
There's 3 cars out there, ladies and gentlemen. And there's 1 person per car, but they're sitting this way, so I don't know if they're all chatting or not. So we're keeping an eye out. Neighborhood watch. It is.
The answer is in Edmonton, Alberta. It's called the West Edmonton Mall.
Oh, and she just got it.
Good job, Karen. Yeah, the West Edmonton Mall. It's a massive shopping center, and it has an entire water park within its walls. And actually, it has an amusement park, and I went on my very first roller coaster ever in the West Edmonton Mall.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was like a toilet bowl.
That was what kind of ride?
It was a roller coaster in the mall. Like, it was
Really?
a little roller coaster that went around the mall, and then it had like a circular, like down toilet bowl motion.
That's
And-
terrifying.
Oh, it was crazy. And it had a drop too.
Was it called the drop zone?
They had a drop zone in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom's been on the drop zone. She didn't like me enough to take me to the West Edmonton Mall.
If you ever get a chance, clearly it's fun.
All right. Oh, hi, Katie.
Hello.
All right, ladies and gents. Which Canadian chain first opened in Hamilton in 1964? Which Canadian chain first opened in Hamilton 1964?
Nice and local.
Yeah, definitely local. I think the original one was in Hamilton. Oh, I just said that. And they're basically on every corner now, if that gives any hints.
On every
They're-
corner.
They're popping up all over the place. They're even in the States now.
Oh, okay. I think I know what this is.
Yeah. It's almost like Canada's defense.
Yes, I can't go in the morning without my fix.
Yeah. And it's I have a naked hand today, folks. I forgot my ring at home. Tim Hortons.
That's it. Good
you
job,
got
Karen.
it. I'm all fired up today.
I'm just jumping off of your energy. All right. We already read that. Where is Canada's most visited National Historic Site?
Ooh.
Ooh, I'll give you some options. It is either in New Brunswick, Halifax, or Prince Edward Island.
Does it have something to do with a boat?
Um,
I feel like it might. I think that's why it's so historic.
I don't think it has to do with a boat. It's
Oh.
more of a space by the water.
Oh.
Space by the water. So it was New Brunswick, Halifax, or PEI.
So Canada's most historic visited site?
Yes.
Huh.
All right. Out of those 3 places, the answer is Halifax.
Karen's typing away as
Is
we
she-
speak, probably.
Probably. It's Halifax. So, if you head over to Halifax, Nova Scotia, you can visit the Halifax Citadel National Historic Site of Canada. Originally built as a military fortification, it is now a tourist paradise with rich history and a beautiful view of the city. Yep, you got it. Halifax.
Look at that.
For its history, the ocean views, delicious lobster, and beautiful views that the city has to offer, it's no wonder Halifax made the 23rd most magical places Canadians are visiting during the summer.
I thought it would have been, that's where the Titanic sank, was just off there. So I thought they would have had
Oh.
historic, just because.
Like a Titanic.
Yeah, the grave site. Isn't there a really popular, like where some of the Titanic's, not survivors, that passed away were in?
Oh, like a memorial?
I think so.
I don't know. I
I don't
haven't
know.
been to the East Coast.
Oh, we just got shorter.
Sorry about the close-up. I apologize.
I can't do that because you'd see my beard. All right, ladies and gents, which city?
We apologize. Like we said, we thought maybe this would go smoothly. We apologize.
Which city hosts North America's largest single-day parade? Bonus points if you can guess the parade.
Ooh,
Ah,
parade.
It's been, how many years has this been? I would say within the last, and the Halifax explosion. Yeah, that was there too.
Okay. I don't think I've heard of the Halifax explosion.
No. Which city hosts, oh my God, Christy. What did I say? Oh, because of my beard. I'm like, what did I say? Which city hosts North America's largest single-day parade? Bonus points if you can guess the parade. Oh, look at that, Karen. I'll do it one more time for you. I'll do it a bunch of times if you still need to. It is, which city hosts North America's largest single-day parade? It's almost like a celebratory parade in, well, I can't tell you where, but it's probably pretty close to home. Not too far away, I think. And it starts with a C. It is not Mardi Gras.
I think it's American.
Oh, you're right. I probably won't.
I think it's in New Orleans, but it's cool. I want to go to Mardi Gras someday. I think it'd be fun. Just because I want to see New Orleans. I hear it's pretty sketchy though.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I know. You know what? We got to put that white thing back underneath, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. 1 second. Apologized for the weird angles. Oh!
Toronto. Oh, close. You get half marks on that one, Karen. You got the place right, but the pride is not the parade. You would think so, but it starts with a C. It's almost got like a Caribbean. Back up.
Oh,
There
sorry.
we go.
Sorry.
All right. So it is in Toronto, but it's more of a Caribbean, not a pride thing. Any guesses, ladies and gents? It's the Caribana, or Caribbeana. How do you say it? Caribana?
Carabina?
Yeah, Caribbeana. Also in some rap music songs and some commercials, and it's getting to be pretty well known.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got it. Carabina. Or Carabana. Whatever it is.
Caribana, that's how you say it.
All right. What is Canada's national sport? It's a trick question. What is Canada's national sport?
I'll get that after. And I'm back.
Canada's national sport. Now you think it's an obvious answer, but
Yep.
it's a trick.
You know what isn't Canada's national sport? Oh, lacrosse is one of them.
Yep, there's actually two.
You think the other one would be basketball because it was invented in Canada, but
Yeah.
it is not.
No, we invented a game we're not good at, I guess.
It's true.
Yeah.
We are not very good at basketball.
Good for that, yeah. It's not golf. Not
Yeah.
golf.
Not golf.
No.
You know, my grandma used to tell me stories about the story when she used to watch somebody's famous dad, who's just as famous as the son, out of Brantford all the time when they would play this sport. So
Oh, yes.
I think his first name was Walter.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it.
Tim Hortons goes well with this sport, too.
Ooh,
Yes.
yes he does. All right. What is it?
All right, I'll give it to you because Karen probably has it in here already. We're just waiting. The second one is hockey. We've got two. Hockey and lacrosse are our national sports.
Yep, she got it.
Yep. As declared by the National Sports of Canada Act. Didn't know there was such a thing, but kind of cool.
Awesome. And by the way, I'm a huge Canuck fan. Go Canucks, go! Haven't watched them for a little bit because they haven't been doing so well. And this year looks like we're all cleared up for hockey, so we may not get to.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gents. Oh, I know this for some stupid reason. Eat up. Which city has the most restaurants per capita in Canada? So that's a tricky one because all of the big cities have a lot of restaurants, but one takes the cake. I will give you a 50-50 shot. Is it Toronto or Montreal? There's your guesses. Oh, you know what? I didn't even realize that there was answers on here I could be saying. Look at
I
that.
think I highlighted the answer. Oh, did you not know the answer? Did you just guess them?
Yeah.
Because you knew them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't even realize, and you have a little blurb here.
you're really good at trivia.
All right. Which city has the most restaurants per capita in Canada? Either Toronto or Montreal. Yes, Montreal.
I would have guessed Toronto.
It says, kudos if you guessed Montreal. While reports vary, most studies find that Quebec City leads the pack with nearly 27 restaurants per 10,000 people.
Wow, that's a lot.
So yeah, people like to eat in Montreal.
Yes. I think I like to eat and I'm in Denville. All right, which Canadian city ranks as the most educated in the country? Which Canadian city ranks as the most educated in the country?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
I'll give you an option. It is either, let's see, city, okay. It's either Victoria in BC or it's either Ottawa in Ontario.
Ooh. Interesting. While we have some delay, I'll tell you my little story about Victoria. When I was younger, I grew up in British Columbia and Alberta. We kind of moved around a lot. And part of our grade 7 trip, I think, was to Victoria. And we got to stay in one of the local universities. So it was like a dorm that they put our class in. And I thought I was so grown up. And my girlfriend, who I had a room to myself, so I thought I was the bee's knees. I was just, Mrs. Independent. And the other one of my girlfriends, she came in and she was so scared to be in a room by herself. She knocked on my door and slept on the floor the whole time. And I was so bummed because it would have been my first time where I was probably like 11 or 12, or I think 12. And I would have been, all grown up by myself. And so that was my little Victoria story. Yeah. But that was it. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
To be there. I wanted to, and that what made me wanted to go to university, and then I never went to university away.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
It's fun to have little trips
All right.
like that.
We haven't seen Dawn and
Dawn and
Louise in a little bit here.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to beat Karen, so they're probably pre-entering some answers there.
Alrighty, well, Karen, I think you probably have it in, or whoever. I don't want to hold us up too long. I feel bad with
Oh, there it is.
There it is. No, it is not Victoria, but good guess.
Oh.
We're actually biased here in Ontario, and it is Ottawa, the capital city of Canada. So Ottawa has 31.5% of their adult population having university degrees. It is probably also home to the most student debt in one city.
Oh, so it's kind of a double-edged sword there. You're very smart, but very poor at the same time.
Can't win. But if you think about it, like Stats Canada is in Ottawa. They have big places that run
All the government jobs?
Oh yeah, all in Ottawa. So that makes sense.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
All right. Which city was home to the very first North American YMCA? Just for the record, it is not this one.
I thought that was the one. I mean, the question. I actually thought that was the question.
Where is it? Which city was home to the very first North American YMCA? It is a capital in, not capital in Canada. What is the, now I'm going to be really stupid. What is the capital per province and then the capital of?
Capital city?
Yeah. It is one of the capital cities in Canada.
Okay.
So we'll give you some do, 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 do.
I'm a really bad dancer, I'm sorry.
I did go to this place once when I was 18, and you only had to be this age to get liquor.
Ooh.
And so I went to a pub with some of our girlfriends, and we went up to Sherbrooke Oh, I might have just given it away. We went up to Sherbrooke University, and they had this bartender who was supposed to be really good at pool, and I beat him, and I was so excited. It was pretty exciting.
Yes, actually, I think I know. Once you said the drinking age limit,
Yeah.
I realize now where she's talking about.
Yeah. It
Oh,
is Montreal.
Woo, Montreal.
Yeah, it'll pop up in a minute here, I'm sure.
All right, our next question comes down to what is the most... Yep,
Montreal.
good job, Karen. What is the most purchased grocery item in Canada?
Ooh.
What is the most purchased grocery item in Canada? This answer actually shocked me. We are very, like, I feel like we have more to us than this.
Is it toilet paper?
No, it's not toilet paper. It is not. It's not toilet paper.
It's obviously not a recent question.
No, it might be different now. I feel like toilet paper is definitely number one.
Really? Most shopped for item.
Yeah. Grocery item, yeah, so. I mean, you could dress this up.
You see them before we do? Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, there's probably a little bit of a lag. Thanks for letting us know. Yeah. I know you can dress this up, you can dress it down, and it goes well. Well, I can't give it away.
Dress it up and dress it down.
Yes, children love it. I think I mentioned it to you earlier. We were both shocked.
I have a bad memory. Is it ice cream?
No.
No? What's in it? Oh, beer or peanut butter.
Good guess, but no. I'll give you a hint. It goes well with hot dogs. Sometimes people chop up hot dogs and throw it in.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what the answer is?
Yeah. I feel like we're so.
Oh, she thinks it's cheese. It is not cheese.
It has cheese in it. Not
Oh,
real
you
cheese.
did say it.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
What is that pasta, ladies and gentlemen, that comes in a box with
Yes.
cheese? We were.
Powder cheese.
I totally remember now, and we were very surprised.
Yeah, it actually is so sad that us Canadians
Yeah.
mostly buy this. Probably because it's cheap though, right? You can get it for like 99 cents a box.
Mac
Yes.
and cheese.
Kraft dinner, good job.
Katie, Lisa got it too. Good job.
Yes, so here it says that it's a Canadian classic, Kraft dinner. Surveys show it's our nation's go-to pick when we go shopping, and it's hard to deny considering how quick and tasty it is. All that fake cheese powder.
That's disappointing.
It is disappointing.
It should have been at least homemade poutine or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada is the largest exporter. The largest exporter. Canada is the largest exporter. Exporter? How do you say it?
Exporter.
Exporter
Thanks.
of what sweet little fruit? Canada is the largest exporter of what sweet little fruit?
This one surprised me. I did not guess this.
I think I know somebody on here right now who's going to get it because her and I think, talked about this a few times.
Oh.
And it comes from British Columbia, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm very sorry if that's not the case. Was that your tummy?
Yeah, that was my stomach, yeah.
She didn't eat breakfast or lunch, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
skipped out. I wasn't hungry at lunch.
Don't worry, we'll make her eat when we're done. All right, so Canada is, I thought something just popped up. The largest exporter, why can I say that? Exporter of this sweet little fruit. It is blueberries. With Canada exporting tons of millions of pounds of the sweet treat, it is the world's second largest producer of the berry. So that is awesome. We're just a bunch of, she thought it was apples.
Ooh,
Good guess.
That is a good guess.
Blueberries is what we're looking for.
I would have guessed strawberries because I know there's a lot of strawberry farms out there.
Yep.
People go strawberry picking.
Just like her joke the other day. What's a sad berry?
A blueberry. That was good. All right. What is Canada's oldest city? What is Canada's oldest city? It was established 520 years ago in 1497. Quite an accomplishment.
Is it famous for the Winterfest? Like the
No.
ice hotel?
No.
No? Oh.
No, this one is. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it as much.
Hmm.
It's kind of hidden in one of the corners of our country.
I have no guesses. My guess was wrong.
If I had to split it up, it's East Coast versus West Coast.
So it'd be in the East Coast?
Yes, it's in the East Coast.
Well, it can't definitely be not Newfoundland. Is it?
So
No.
Christy guessed it. It's Newfoundland.
Sorry, that doesn't make any sense because it's the oldest city, but it's Newfoundland.
But it's called Newfoundland.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wreck it.
St. John, and it is. It's St. John's, Newfoundland.
Good job, Karen. Sorry, I didn't mean to forget.
Because it's the city, so you just named the province.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it is St. John's.
Sorry. How many time zones does Canada have? How many time zones?
I don't know. If I went through it, I know we have a time zone in
Yep.
Southern Ontario. BC has a different time zone.
Yep. My daughter, when we drove out to British Columbia 2 years ago, she was shocked because we would drive and all of a sudden the clock would switch and it would be what we just left. And she said, Mom, what happened? I said, we just entered through a time zone. And she thought it was the coolest thing because she had never actually left a time zone before. And we went from here to BC. Oh, 5.
Ooh, good guess. Oh, hi, Dawn.
Oh, good. 6. I gotta find my question, although I think one of you, there is 6. There is Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern, Atlantic, and Newfoundland.
Newfoundland has its own?
Yeah, apparently Newfoundland's just like, sure, we'll take one. So there is 6, and then it says, all of which I managed to hit on my journey. I don't know whose journey that was, but good for them. I'm glad they had all 6.
Forgot to erase that part when I got the answers. All right. Next we have, which Canadian city has the most tourists? Which Canadian city has the most tourists?
Ooh.
Wow.
And just so you know, ladies and gents, we built this city. Just kidding, I don't know, but it made me think of that song. On rock and roll.
Shockingly, this is not the city I would pick.
No?
I would, if I was coming to Canada and I had any city to choose from to go see, it would not be this city.
Oh, is it in Ontario?
It is in Ontario.
Oh,
It is in
interesting.
Ontario.
It's in Ontario.
Yes. I mean, a lot of people love this city, but I personally would not.
I wonder what it is. We'll have to see.
I'm sure you guys will guess it. It's kind of a huge hint. I am also a country lover. I do not like city life. I love peace and quiet and the moo cows. Toronto. Yes, that's exactly it, Karen. Toronto.
I honestly thought it was Niagara Falls.
Really?
Yeah, when I said it, it didn't, because I thought everybody going to see the Niagara Falls.
I thought, yeah, that's a good guess because it would be busy. I don't mind Niagara Falls if it's not tourist season.
Yes.
Or Niagara on the Lake. It's beautiful, but
There's an excellent Christmas store in Niagara on the Lake.
Oh, never been there.
All year.
So actually it says here that the honor goes to Toronto with over 25 million visitors per year. 25 million just to see Toronto, where we can drive.
Wow. Yeah. Only one province is officially bilingual. Can you guess which one it is? It may not be what you think.
Yeah, when I saw this answer, it was
Yeah.
definitely a trick. I wouldn't have guessed this one.
Only one province in Canada is officially bilingual. Can you guess which one? Here's a hint if anybody knows me. My grandmother was from here. Which I've never told the story, so nobody will guess it.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
No.
We keep joking, by the end of all this, I'll knew.
Oh!
Yeah, it is. It's New Brunswick. You got it right.
You got it. While Canada is a country that is officially bilingual, the only province to do so is New Brunswick. What's going on with Quebec?
Yeah.
You figure that they would Yeah, you'd figure they would kind of have to be bilingual.
Yeah.
And yes, my grandmother used to live in a lighthouse in New Brunswick.
Ooh, in a
So,
lighthouse.
Pretty sure.
That's pretty cool.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was New Brunswick.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't hear much about New Brunswick.
Mhm.
It's very quiet. That and Saskatchewan. Like, Saskatchewan's not known for anything. None of our...
Big mosquitoes. This big. Huge.
There you go. Yeah. Heard it from Christy, folks. Big mosquitoes. All right. How many oceans border Canada? How many oceans border Canada? And we were talking about oceans yesterday, Karen, so I feel like you're going to know this answer. How many oceans border Canada?
Canada. It will be my goal one day to get in all these oceans.
Really, I don't
Yeah.
know if you want to get in some of them.
Oh, maybe not.
It might be a little chilly.
Yes, that is true. Maybe I won't.
Think about how big and vast Canada is and the different areas we own. 3, that's correct. Good job, Karen. Didn't doubt you for a minute. There are 3 oceans in total. The Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Arctic all surround us. So, that's pretty amazing. We got lots of water.
We do.
Plus we have our Great Lakes. -1, I guess.
Oh. Which province is home to Canada's tallest mountain? I'll give you a hint. It's 5,959 meters high.
Whew. That's to measure it in meters. It's
Right?
crazy.
We're looking at like right here together, we're about 2 meters. So
Would be just tiny compared to that mountain.
which province is home to Canada's tallest mountain? What do you think? John, Karen, Louise? Anybody?
This one would be tricky. I wouldn't have guessed this.
Ooh, it is not BC, but you're thinking Rocky Mountains. Excellent. Think higher. Go up a little bit.
BC has a lot of mountains, so that's
yeah.
a guess.
It's probably still, I wonder if it's still connected to the Rocky Mountains?
Is it East Coast, West Coast? Oh.
Did anybody see that? I went like this.
It's
It's in one
north.
of like the,
It's very north.
yes,
Very
thank
north.
you. Might be connected somehow that way.
Maybe if it like crawled up the country.
Yeah. It is, I'm going to say it, but I know you guys can still type it in. It is Mount Logan. Its highest peak is at 5,959 meters. And it is in, yes, it is in the Yukon. Good job, Karen.
Karen. All right. In which province could you find the cities Goobies and Come By Chance and a provincial park named Blow Me Down? In which province could you find the cities Goobies and Come By Chance and a provincial park named Blow Me Down?
That is such a strange area.
That is...
That's not even the worst of them.
No, there's way worse names out there. I just think they're maybe not appropriate to be sharing over the internet right now.
Christine went to a couple of these when she went on her trip, for those of you who are familiar with Dunnville. And Christine, oh, Newfoundland!
Yes, that's correct. So these wildly named places can all be found on the East Coast in the province of Newfoundland. They've got some pretty strange names out there. Actually, strange. Yeah, I know. One of my aunt's exes, he came from an area that started with a D. It was a strange name in Newfoundland. I'm sure you guys can fill in the blank there.
There's even a captain that lives there.
Really? Oh my.
He's
Great.
famous.
All right.
All right, we are on. Oh. 80% of the world's supply of this comes from Canada. 80% of the world's supply comes from Canada.
I think this one's a pretty known.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I just realized? Instead of finding our own trivia questions on Canada, you have a brain box.
Yeah, but it's weird. I think you have to find the pictures.
Oh, I thought it was a trivia game. It's a missy matchy one.
Well, please excuse me.
And you have Canadaopoly?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Monopoly
See
for the
these. You
Canadians.
gotta look at the picture,
Okay.
and then
They are strange.
yeah, are 2 or 3 of the mussels shown?
Oh.
That would be good
Oh,
for.
maple syrup.
Yes, good job,
That's
Karen.
correct. I thought it was water. I really thought it was water. Oh, produce. Yeah.
Oh, good guess, but no, Lisa. 80% of the world's supply of maple syrup comes from Canada. Eat up. And if I'm not mistaken, a lot of it comes right from Montreal. Montreal seems to try to think they're better than the rest of us, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff there.
Yes. Well, this one's just a dead giveaway, so first one wins. What is the capital city of Canada? What is the capital city of Canada?
Oh.
Lisa. It's a very. If you're Canadian, you know this one.
And just for the record, because it's such an obvious answer, actually not the record, but does anybody know Rick Mercer? He used to do a show.
Rick Mercer Report.
Yeah, and he would, Ottawa,
Yeah.
yes. Rick Mercer used to do talking to Americans, so he would do little pranks on the Americans. He would go to like Harvard University, and one of them was he was convinced some of the Harvard and Yale professors that Canada has started to get their first wooden nickel. And they were so excited, they were congratulating Canada on their very first woody. So there you go, folks. There's some nice little Rick Mercer humor for you. I thought it was hilarious. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll just hand it back to you.
Actually, I think I've seen that one.
It's funny.
It
It's
is
hilarious.
I think it's on YouTube, guys, if you want to look it up.
Where does the word Canada come from? Where does the word Canada come from? A. Jacques Cartier. B. Samuel de Champlain. C. Jean Nicolette. Or D. A foreign language. It's almost like my really bad joke for Toronto.
Which one?
Here's my bad joke, ladies and gentlemen. There's 2 people walking down the street in Toronto. Yes, actually ran into him at Toronto Pearson Airport. That's awesome.
So cool.
Karen, we're going to have to hear that story one of these days.
I think so.
So here's my bad joke. D. A foreign language. Yes, Canada was a word used by the St. Lawrence Iroquois people in Quebec in the 16th century. It means village or settlement. When French explorer Jacques Cartier explored the territory, he misused the word to describe the area, and within 10 years' time, the Europeans were using it to describe the entire region. Okay, so I guess we were wrong. It was A.
Well, you're kind of
Right?
right in both ways, because it was a foreign language, but it's
Missed the
kind of
translation.
stuck on, yeah.
Oh.
But it was Jacques Cartier, yeah.
Good. Okay. And here's my bad joke. 2 people are walking down downtown in Toronto, just this big area, and one person stops and says, "Oh no, Toronto."
Toronto.
You're gonna tell somebody that joke.
I will, because it's cheese and it's good. All right. What is the oldest walled city that still exists north of Mexico? Is it Montreal, Halifax, Quebec City, or Vancouver? What is the oldest walled city that still exists north of Mexico? A. Montreal, B. Halifax, C. Quebec City, or D. Vancouver? I didn't know this one.
I feel like I have a guess. This might also be pre-Trump. Is it Quebec City?
That's correct.
Yes!
It is.
That's what I thought it was, but I
Yes.
wasn't sure.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Quebec City is the only city that has maintained its fortification walls, which were first built in 1695. This has earned the historic district of Old Quebec a spot on United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization's World Heritage List. Good job, guys.
Oh, I totally skipped one.
No, that's okay.
Oh.
I caught up. I only know because I made the questions. Poor Christy. She's just going off what I got.
Whose face is on the Canadian $100 bill? Is it Wilfrid Laurier, John A. Macdonald, Robin. William Lyon Mackenzie King or Robert Borden? Whose face is on the Canadian $100 bill? Wilfrid Laurier, John A. Macdonald, William Lyon Mackenzie Ring, or Robert Borden?
I don't see enough $100 bills.
Yeah. We make it rain with 20s, ladies and gentlemen, not 50s and 100s.
My life, it's like $5 bills. No,
Borden,
That's correct.
you would be right.
that is correct. I don't
Oh.
think I have any little tidbits.
Yeah, if it's the Wilfrid Laurier is on the $5 bill.
Oh, I did.
$10 is Johnny MacDonald. 20, we should all know this one, Queen Elizabeth II. And the 50 is William Lyon Mackenzie King.
Oh,
Good to know.
I only think I recognize the Queen.
Yeah.
All right. What is the population of Canada since 2006? It's a little outdated. Is it A, 30 million, B, 23 million, C, 32 million, or D, 37 million?
Hmm.
Yeah. They're all pretty close.
Yeah, and you gotta think 2006.
Yeah, so we probably populated more since then. And we've had more people come and join our country, so
Yep.
I'm sure that's gone up. 10 have Viola Desmond now.
Oh, that's true. Good one, Karen. We have recently changed the $10 bills.
Oh, really? That's
yeah,
true. Yeah,
I think
the new
within the
ones.
last year. I
Yeah.
think. And Viola Davis, I believe she is the woman of color, right? That was the
Yeah.
mathematician,
Yeah, I think it was, is it from PEI?
something like that.
30 million? Close, close. A little bit higher, but good guess, Lisa. I'll go through the numbers again. It's 30 million, 23 million, 32 million, 37 million.
And 30 million was said it was wrong, but you had to go a little higher.
A little higher. So you're between either 37 or 32 million.
I just have fidgeting.
I do too, though. If I can't stand still, so we apologize for the swaying. I wonder if it's lagging too, and then you're like, woo.
If your video looks like strobe lights, we're very sorry.
Oh man. I was never good at presenting because I would stand there and I'd tap my foot or bounce my knee or sway back and forth.
Ah.
Yep. Once when I
Alright.
was presenting, I actually tripped over top of a cord that was sticking out of the wall and went face planting in front of all my peers. It was great.
That's not nearly as bad. I mean, mine's not nearly as bad. I once remember doing a report when I was like in the 4th grade and I couldn't say walrus.
Oh no.
I was like, walrus. And I tried for like 5 or 6 attempts and then I just wanted to die. I was so mortified. Now I just laugh it off and be like, you know, those walruses. So,
Yeah, it's hard when you're young.
yeah. All right, what's our answer?
Our answer is 32 million.
Excellent.
According to the 2006 census, Canada's population
It
is.
was great, lady standing still is boring.
Thank you. Canada's population is back in 2006, a very big number. So about 32 million, as I said. This has an increase of 5.4% since the 2001 census, which is really outdated. So we'll move on.
All right. Ooh, last question. No, it's not. Last
Yeah.
question on the page.
Yeah, maybe a little more.
What are 2 most multicultural cities in Canada? Is it Toronto and Montreal, Victoria and Toronto, Vancouver and Toronto, or Vancouver and Montreal?
Ooh, those are tricky. You might have to say those again.
Yeah. Is it Toronto and Montreal, Victoria and Toronto, Vancouver and Toronto, or Vancouver and Montreal? And we're looking for the 2 most multicultural cities. I would have got this one.
You would have?
I would have. Because I've lived in these areas. So I remember.
She's very well traveled, so she knows.
We moved around a lot as a kid. So I've lived in Calgary, all different areas of Calgary and Alberta, I should say, not just Calgary. All over British Columbia, Ontario, which is like, but I've driven across Canada from British Columbia to here numerous times and stuff, so.
It's a long drive.
Yeah. Toronto to Montreal. You are wrong.
But good guess. So then that means that we are left with
Toronto and Vancouver. Oh, was I even saying, maybe I was saying them wrong too. Vancouver and Montreal, or Vancouver and Toronto. Vancouver and Toronto, you got it.
That's correct.
It says statistically, Vancouver and Toronto are the most multicultural cities in Canada. According to the 2006 census, 51% of Vancouver's population and 46.9% of Toronto's population were visible minorities. Statistics Canada has predicted that people of non-European origins will become the majority in both these cities by 2012.
So we're ahead of those times.
Yeah.
During 2020.
I would say it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
At least out west. But I was there I think I was there in January. It's definitely, there's a lot of visible minorities, which is kind of neat because they always kind of add a little extra flair, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
the multicultural
Yeah.
aspects. It's nice. All right. You have 4 questions left. When did O Canada officially become the national anthem? When did O Canada officially become the national anthem? A, 1880, B, 1920, C, 1950, D, 1980.
That's quite the gap.
It's either 1880, 1920, 1950, or 1980. That is a gap of like 100 years.
I feel like it might be in my lifetime. I could be wrong though. And for those of you who don't know how old I am, 25.
Hey, me too.
Okay, one of us is lying, the other one really is 25.
Actually, fun fact about
C.
1950, no, close, a little bit higher. So the only higher one, I guess, is 1980.
Yay!
Yay! So O Canada didn't officially become Canada's national anthem until 1980, 100 years after it was actually written. So somebody coined it and threw it together for us.
Lisa's like, it's gotta be Christy, she's clearly 25.
Of course.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a topic after my own heart. What major sporting event happened in Canada 2010? Was it the Summer Olympics, the Winter Olympics, the World Cup, or the Commonwealth Games? This is a big year for Canada too because we won the most gold medals out of all the countries, I believe. Maybe not the most gold medals, but we were very close in the medal standings, I remember. Lisa's also 25.
The Pinocchio face. I love
Yeah.
that.
Our ladies and our gentlemen, they both won the hockey, gold medal in hockey, and our very first gold medal came from the one gentleman, and I can't remember his name, but I can picture his face. He was the aerial skier, and he did his thing, landed, and he has a brother with cerebral palsy. Winter Olympics, yes!
That's correct.
And yeah, it was an amazing time. I bawled like a baby, and his brother with cerebral palsy, he pulled him over the barrier that separated them and celebrated with him, and he said it was just as much his brother's medal as it was his.
Aww.
It's a very sweet time. And it says, in 2010, the Winter Olympics were held in Vancouver and in Whistler. Canada has hosted the Olympics 3 times in the past. 1976 for the Summer Olympics in Montreal, 1988 the Winter Olympics in Calgary, and the 2010 Olympics in Vancouver. And here's a little fun fact. I had tickets to the bobsled in the 1988 Olympics when we lived in Calgary, and my sisters would not take me because they thought it would be boring.
Oh my goodness.
And my mom was working the Olympics, and I wasn't able to go.
Oh. that is
Remember Cool
disappointing.
Runnings? That could have been me.
That would have been fun.
Yes.
Our next question is, John Cabot explored and claimed the North Atlantic coast of Canada for Henry. Karen taught me how to do this.
Henry VIII.
Henry
Karen taught me. Oh, maybe this is 5, 6, 7.
I
Henry
think
the
it's
7th.
7. Karen, you taught me this. I'll start over. John Cabot explored and claimed the North Atlantic coast of Canada for Henry the Seventh of England in 1497. What nationality was Cabot? That was a lot of information just to ask what nationality he is. But what nationality was Cabot? I would have guessed.
Oh, that's not what I thought.
No, I would have guessed something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the last name. Doesn't sound.
His culture might be a hand talker. As a hint.
Sometimes I wonder if I have a little bit of that in me. I
Me
talk
too.
with my hands way too much.
Can you tell I have my hands in my pockets because I'm trying to be good?
Oh, there's more people out our
I
window.
know. What is happening?
Wanderers. French.
French.
No, that would have been my guess, but it's not French.
Oh, we just seen a gentleman walk out of our window. He's down, they live down at this end, and they must be going over to see their mother that live in that end.
Oh.
So probably going to do a window visit, which is amazing.
We've seen lots. Actually, there was this little guy today, and there was a squirrel. Italian, yes, it is Italian. Good job, Karen. But there was a squirrel that he was getting to come. I guess he had food in his hand or something, and the squirrel was following him. We think it was a baby squirrel. It was so cute. All right, the last one.
Last one. What is the largest holy, what? What is the largest lake holy in Canada?
Oh, all in Canada, the whole thing.
Oh, in all of Canada, which lake is the biggest? Right?
That doesn't. This part of the lake doesn't go into the States. It's just fully in Canada. It borders completely in Canada.
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought that was Lake Superior, but I'm not even sure if that's the biggest lake.
I don't know. I thought that's the biggest of Great Lakes.
Oh yeah, it's not a Great Lake.
No.
And it has me enough to do this. I don't know.
We need to make that a meme.
All right, what is the largest lake that all of it is inside Canada? Oh, every time all of a sudden it looks like something goes up. Oh, Great Bear!
Yay!
Yes!
Karen, you got it.
That is so... I've never even heard of Great Bear Lake.
No, me either. But when we were playing Scattergories the other day, and we were doing lakes that started with a B, Karen, you got Bear Lake, and I didn't know what Bear Lake was, and then I found this, and I'm like, oh, Karen's gonna know this answer.
As always.
Yes. Good job. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Karen. That's all the questions we have for today. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, for exercises at 9:30.
Woo! See you later.
Bid you adieu.
Bye.